my friends, welcome back to the channel. I am Huck, and on this episode, we're just going to dive into all the insanity that I accumulated during the, the leftover buy two, get one free, that Amazon and Target was doing, anything that maybe Best Buy was trying to match while they were doing that, and of course, the Amazon Prime Day stuff. So I got a good chunk of stuff, maybe not as insane as the last haul, but a nice one nonetheless. So stick around. All right, gang, now before I jump into these packages and show you what I got, if you're new to my channel, please do me a huge favor. Get on down there, hit like, subscribe, smack that bell. But you're saying to yourself, why, Huck? Why should I do it? Well, let me tell you. I like to get out there and do Blu-ray hunts for you guys. That's tons of fun. I do box office breakdowns every Monday morning. I also have a trivia game show that I do on my channel that's been very popular lately. I also do unboxings and movie reviews, top 10s, and if there's live exhibitions and conventions in the LA area, I'll go out and do full tours of those things for you guys, and live morning shows every Tuesday morning. So if any or all of that sounds like a fun time, guys, it's a fun time on the channel. I love having you guys here. If you haven't seen these before, go check out my channel, watch a few videos, and if you dig it, come on back, man. Hit like and subscribe, and make sure you always hit those like buttons. It really helps get my content out there and put some eyes on the prize, if you will. So as a thank you, let's just dive into it. You just here's me jibber jabbering. Come on, let's pull up the first bag right here, a little Amazon Prime bag. Now, in this particular shopping spree, I didn't lean into movies as much as I normally do because I feel like for that buy two, get one free, I really went nuts and crazy. So, yeah, during this, especially the Amazon Prime thing, a lot of TV shows had super sales on them. So, yeah, I went nuts on TV shows. So I'm going to show you a bunch of cool TV show compilations I got. So here's the first one right here. Look at this bag, yeah, they're all pre-ripped open because, sometimes I'm like, my lack of strength can't even open a bag. That would look bad on camera. So let's just, we're going to show you what we got. So the first one out is, oh, here we go. It's a Burn Notice, man. This is a very fun show. If you guys haven't seen Burn Notice, it's super fun. It's got Jeffrey Donovan, the legendary Bruce Campbell. Can't go wrong with him. And this is such a fun show. It's basically a spy type show filled with espionage that basically he was burned by the agency that he works for. And it's also filled with lots of humor in it and tons of plot twists and stuff like that. And basically, Jeffrey Donovan's character, Michael Weston, was mysteriously blacklisted from the intelligence community. He was a former CIA operative, and now he must rely on his skills and his cool team that he's got with him to uncover a bunch of the secrets behind his burn notice. So, yeah, it's just a fun show, man, top to bottom. I really, really enjoyed this thing. And for me, it also had a satisfying conclusion. I hate when you stick with a show. One, it never gets its conclusion. Or two, if it does, you're like, really? That's how we're going to end all this? Like, we stuck around and that's what you're going to give? But, yeah, so this is really cool. There's also an offshoot movie with just Bruce Campbell, and it was called The Fall of Sam Axe. It's funny that it almost sounds like Ash, from Evil Dead. I'm sure they did that on purpose. And that is not on here, and it's very hard to come by out of print. But just recently, like yesterday or the day before, it was back in stock at Best Buy, and I snagged a copy, and instantly it's already sold out. So I'm hoping it was actually in stock when they sent it to me, so I can now add that to this collection. So that's the first one right there. Burn Notice, y'all. It's very cool. All right, here we go. We're just going to keep the love coming here. Here's another big old honking box, just chock full. There it is, y'all. Just dig in, see what we got here. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we also picked up Psych, another fantastic show. Basically, these two characters played by James Roday and Dule Hill. James Roday plays like a psychic, or at least he acts like a psychic, that the police force hire to help solve crimes and stuff when they can't handle it or whatever. And Dule Hill is his buddy that goes on the adventures with him. This is such a feel-good show. The humor is fantastic in this show. The camaraderie and the chemistry that all the actors have in this show, it's so dang good. My wife actually turned me on to this show. She's like, yeah, you got to see a show. I think it's right up your alley. And from the get-go, I'm like, oh, man, this is really, really cool. So I don't like that it's in these big, giant tubs. I'm not a huge fan of the tub thing because, the tend to fly out, but yeah, there it is. So Psych, that's another one. Awesome. Oh boy, here we go. We got that big honker here. Oh, good Lord, look at that. Oh, Smallville, y'all. Huge Smallville fan. I wasn't going to get this, but because originally only half the seasons were released in Blu-ray because they said, oh, it'll cost too much to go back and redo those seasons. But I guess they decided, hey, enough people have been buying this and it's worth it to do a full set. There they are on the back, y'all. Full set, all 10 seasons of Smallville on Blu-ray. Great bunch of bonus features on here. You get the digital code too. What? So that means I got my digital copies of Smallville anywhere I want. So yeah, so this was a great pull. I had a couple of bucks also in my Amazon account, so I used it to drop the price even more. So yeah, Smallville. If you don't know Smallville by now, it's basically the story of Clark Kent growing up on his farm in Smallville, Kansas, and all the kids that he hangs out with, all of his friends, his mom and dad. His dad is played by John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard. Annette O'Toole, ironically, from Superman 3. So a little Superman pedigree tucked in here. And there's tons of cameos in this thing. Christopher Reeve even shows up in this show. So does Margot Kidder. Even Dean Cain. Like, all these great Superman, icons just, come in and out of the show throughout the 10 seasons. And I couldn't be happier to have this in the collection. All right, now, let's keep going to the next box. Okay, there we go, right there. So, first up, I was able to get the replacement. I went to Best Buy recently, if you may have seen a video, and my Sheena I had to return because it did not have the VHS slipcover. But I have it now. So yeah, I've been anxious to pull that out and add it up to my slipcover collection up there. So there you go there. For $10, guys, I sat on it, I waited, and it finally paid off. The Wizard of Oz on 4K. I hear that image is outstanding, and it finally dropped in price, and I pounced. I was so pumped to get that. All right, so here we go. Another one I snagged that was cheap. I love Star Trek, and then this is the animated series Star Trek Lower Decks. This is a really nice steelbook. It's usually over 20 bucks. It was like 16 on sale, and it's super nice, man. It's super nice. Oh, and this one came in good shape. No bends like the Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom that I got from Best Buy with that, all broken. So yeah, excited to crack this open and check that one out. The Incredible Hulk TV show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno on Blu-ray, all 5 seasons. Like, yeah, look at that. So you got all the things like that. Very, very cool. Excited to have that in the collection, all on Blu-ray. Remember loving that show growing up. So can't wait to dig into that. And here we go, another huge box set. There it is, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Look at the size of this thing. I love the packaging design. All the things in separate cases, which I really love. Unlike that big tub like for Psych and Burn Notice. I'm not a big fan of those tubs, but the individual things are super cool. And the last thing I picked up in this box is the Steven Spielberg, even ready to go. I've already pulled it half open. Is the Spielberg Director's Collection on Blu-ray, which I've sat on this since last year. I remember last Amazon Prime Day, this was 20 bucks. And I'm like, and then a little FOMO kicked in right after that night was over. I'm like, man, I should have gotten that because I really wanted all this. Look at the bonus stuff down here. So you get these 10 movies, but I really want this book, and it's got all the good breakdown stuff of Steven Spielberg. And basically the movies in this collection include Duel, The Sugar Line Express, Jaws, 1941, E.T., Always, Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park. So there it is, the Steven Spielberg collection. I finally have that. All right, and now, hang on, I got a box on the ground. Be right back. All right, guys, here it is, the last box here. It's the small but mighty box. This is the Kino Lorber one. Look, with Kino Lorber, I didn't want to go crazy. I'd already bought so much stuff for the buy two, get one free, and now with the Amazon Prime Day. And as I just looked at my cart with Kino, it's really just like a ton of titles just to add to the collection, but nothing that I was passionately going, oh, I got to get that. They just weren't those kind of titles, and I feel like I need to start watching more and stop buying so much. So I basically cleared the whole cart out because I was like, I don't know. It's time to slow down a little bit because none of these were super important to have right now. I'm like, do I need gotcha? Do I need, real genius? I don't know. So I'm going to get you, sucker. Those can wait. I feel like after all this, I want to start watching some of this stuff. But I did want to add one more TV show to the collection, and that was this sci-fi Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. This is basically from the early 80s. Shortly after Battlestar Galactica from the end of the 70s. That was sort of their television homage and response to Star Wars. Glenn Larson, same company, did this. In fact, you can even hear a lot of the same sound effects and stuff reused. Stars Gil Gerard, Aaron Gray, and I just remember really enjoying this, especially season 1. Season 2 gets a little cheesier when Hawk shows up. Hawk. Anyway, yeah, but season 1, of course, has Tiger Man. So take your pick, Tiger Man, Hawk. Anywho, yeah, so there it is. So that's the last of the pickups right there, is Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. Guys, gals, that is it. That is going to do it. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. Now it's time to calm down a little bit, save some money. I'm going on vacation soon. Let's put some money towards having a good time. Right on? All right. All right, guys. Again, if you're new to my channel, please get down there, hit like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, I'll catch you later.